is May 6, 2023. It's about midnight. Believe it or not, retired Judge Pete was outside screaming. Oh, she knew what was going on. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. If I knew what was going on, then why did he have to break in my house when I was asleep? Why did he have to pick my bedroom door lock? And why did he have to stick me with a day rape drug and an amnesia drug? If you have to incapacitate somebody and so that they don't know what's going on, that's full-blown rape. And everybody knows it. What he did was considered rape. See, that's where you got to even think about what that usher yelling at that fake FBI agent, the guy that goes to Faith Family Church, where he had helped torture me with the one stalker in protective custody, July to September 19, midnight to 3. They break in my house. He had been telling everybody he was FBI. I think he's the second Detroit Boys' kidnapper. And with one of the ushers, they had, with one of the stalkers, they got out of my face. And then an old fat white man. You pull the tapes of the case between July and September 19, midnight to 3. I'll get tortured in the case. And the one guy that keeps punching me in my private area is a fake agent. He ran around telling everybody he was FBI, but he was never seen around the undercover police or the police in uniform. But he was everywhere else saying he was FBI. See, after the torture, I told you within a couple weeks, I finally got enough together that I was going to go to church one night. I went to Macy's before church to distress, and then I went on to church, and he followed me in front of 1,000 people. He comes in, I ought to arrest that whore. And the young usher with black hair and glasses yelled at him, "You raped her, you leave her alone." See, I sat down crying rivers of tears. There's 1,000 people in that sanctuary. 10 rows of people were starting to stare at me and him, and I sat down, and another comment I could hear that usher scream from 10 aisles away. What you did, and what you did was considered rape. You leave her alone, and she only remembers being with Dave. And he starts yelling about Dave and everything else. Now, he already yelled at that guy for raping me. You leave her alone, you raped her. Okay? And then what you did was considered rape. She only remembers being with Dave. You leave her alone. And starts yelling about everything. And people are staring at me and him, and I run out crying like crazy. How much you want to bet that was retired Judge Pete? Because I don't see what I mean. He had to incapacitate me. He had to break in my room and stab me with a needle. Where he's outside my apartment. Oh, she knew what was going on. If I knew what was going on, I would have called 911. I didn't even know who he was. He was some guy with a long white beard driving around me. And I didn't know who he was until 9/18/19 and his picture was hanging on the wall. I didn't know who he was. So how would I know what was going on? I woke up with injection marks. I didn't know who was violating me. And if you have